Eweedeepadoos, and welcome back to Garo Click Your Heroes are rare. Let's get right back into it, shall we? Let's adjust the mic so it's a little bit closer to my face. I don't know if you guys noticed. Let me before I start talking about garbage and bullshit. There we go. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I adjusted my levels real quick. I've been watching some of my previous YouTube episodes, and I don't know, it sounds a little quiet, so I thought I'd raise up my voice a little bit, get a little bit of that nice bass baritone up in your earlobes, right up in that hammer, nail, fucking all up. I forget the anatomy of the human ear. I know there's a hammer. Oh, there's an anvil is what it is. And there's one more thing. It's like a rod or a fucking penis or some shit. Yeah, I think it's just a giant penis up in your ear. Regardless, we purchased Cadmia over here, and oh, that's right, we purchased Cadmia, and we also finished Doris's gold quest, meaning we got a bunch of levels for Cadmia as well. Good shit. Let's start up on another quest as well. Hopefully another gold quest. It's gonna be 15-minute. That's perfect. That is perfect, y'all. We gonna be fucking my high school teacher. What? Okay. Let's continue on here. I forget exactly what I was talking about the last episode because it's been like 2 hours since that last episode. It was in 24 hours for y'all, but it's like 2 hours for me. Just because I was doing other stuff. I was cleaning my room and shit. Once again, oh, that's right. I was telling you about how shitty of a weekend I had. And I was just double checking, making sure there's no bed bugs around here. There's no bed bugs. I did find the two spiders and the one mosquito from earlier, but didn't find any other like bugs hiding. Didn't even find a cockroach, which is weird because usually fucking cockroaches are all over the fucking place here. But yeah, not a single carcass or cockroach at all. Which it's totally cool. It's totally fun. It's totally awesome. I enjoy that. I did find a bunch of carcasses lying around, a bunch of cockroach carcasses, little flaky fucking exoskeletons. It's fucking like bones of my enemies lying around in my fucking room right here. Doing a good time. Doing a good time with that. So yes, I did sweep my room, clean, do laundry, fucking threw out a bunch of shit too. Like what's it called? So I'm lucky enough to have like the fucking garbage man trash bag pile outside. I would do that like twice a week here in New York City, I guess, and I caught it on the correct day. Thank the Lord. It was the day that I started getting paranoia about me having bag bugs again. It's a good thing that's 90% out of my brain now. That little 10% is still there, but it's always going to be there. I don't think that's ever going to leave unless I leave New York City, I think. Yeah. If I leave New York City, I think my brain will finally be, like, comfortable with, like, oh, okay, I think we've escaped the bedbugs. So maybe I'll leave New York City. Just because that would be really nice. But, oh, what the fuck? This motherfucker die? Are you fucking with me? Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna bring you back for 13 rubies. It's way too much. I'm sorry. For a common? Nah, that's way too much. Sharon. Shit. You know what? I think I'm gonna set, like, after the 4 minutes are up there, I think I'm gonna set Sharon on a, on a mercenary quest. What's it called? I set Sharon on a mercenary quest before, and she came out all right. Hopefully, it's the same shit with this one. She comes out all right comes out on top on this one as well. If she doesn't, I'll revive her at least one time, if not a couple times, just because she's all the way down to level 4 right now. She is 82% of the way to level 5 though, so I don't know if this what is it, like a 15-minute quest or whatever? I don't know if this 15-minute quest will bring her all the way up to level 5. If it is level 5, I don't know, man. Level 5 is like, it starts getting a lot, like 20 rubies per revive. If there is any mercenaries I would revive, though, it's these two fabled ones right here. I'm so glad I got these two fabled ones. This one's kind of garbage, though. It's 50% skills activated. Oh, yeah. That's what I want. Skills activations. Fucking garbage. But it's fabled. I mean, that doesn't really mean shit, honestly. Fable just means, I don't know, it's a higher rank, it's a higher rarity. If Diane right here were to die, like, what would I actually lose, though? I would actually just lose the one mercenary, and also the ability to have skills activate 50% more often than with just a regular ass dude, which is not huge. Sharon, however, is huge. 50% extra hero souls from quests. That is actually huge, which is why I, mostly give her hero souls. That way I can, eke out a little bit extra hero souls here and there. Speaking of which, let me just make sure. Yeah, no one's fought this dude yet. Mortal level 143. Remember the days when we were bet down at like 120 or something? I wonder what Mortal level 143 looks like. I'm definitely not gonna fight it. Don't get it twisted, young blood. I'm not gonna fight fucking level 123 fucking immortal with basically zero fucking shits like damage. Look at that, only 10 million. Dog. No, it's only 10 billion, dog. It's not a lot. This guy's in the fucking exclamation points. That's fucking a lot right there. In fact, let's look at yesterday's raid. Yeah, this guy did. Oh, look at how much goddamn damage he did. Jesus Christ. Nah, like I would not even get close to that. Not even close to that. Yeah, let's just minimize this guy. He don't need to be there. I don't need to see that dude. Honestly, when I was setting up the what's it called, the Ascension, and I was like minimizing all these dudes and stuff. Remember, there's that episode where I was like, "Oh, sorry, you have to see this. I usually do it off screen." I don't really need to unminimize these later dudes because I'm just gonna minimize them again because I'm not really gonna spend money on them. So it's a nice little way to save time, I guess. Oh my god, I am so dumb. This fucking fan is still on. I knew I was forgetting something. Alright, as long as it's only like 7 minutes into the fucking episode, I think we're totally fine. Hopefully that, what's it called, that audio quality is much better for you guys now. I think it's, yeah, there you go. Slow down them rotors, man. Slow down them fan blades. Yeah, fuck you. We do it like we do. And what's it called? These bitches up in that next room probably trying to sleep. It's like 12:30 in the morning. I don't give a fuck, dog. I don't even like want to like talk silent no more. At this point, I literally don't give a fuck. I've come over. I've come over my fucking like I don't know, weird, awkward, like not wanting to like spend like fucking seconds in front of them phase because I was fucking like working really hard today to fucking do a bunch of laundry and clean my room and shit like that to so they can make sure I don't have bed bugs. It's sort of like if anything good came out of this, it's the whole bedbug situation, the bedbug scare situation, as I'll call it. If anything good came out of it, it's the fact that I sort of like fucking like. Oh, hold on. That's a nice 5-minute quest, though. I'll do a 5-minute quest. 5-minute quests are legit. But yes, if anything good came out of this situation, the whole bedbug scare situation, is the fact that I guess I just got over the whole like not wanting to be around these other people sort of deal, and I just fucking forced myself to be around them because other more important shit was happening. It sort of like puts your life into perspective, I guess. When it's you have a choice. Obviously, before I was just like, oh, I don't want to fucking I don't even want to like look at them. I don't want to look at their faces because they're stealing shit from me. But at this point, like some serious shit went down today. Okay, it is. I'm recording this on 9/11, you guys. It is officially September 11th. And this is the perfect opportunity for me to tell you guys, some petty bullshit will happen to you in your life, such as this, and it's fun for a while, I guess, and it might be important to you at a certain point in time, but at the same time, it is still petty. And once actual sorry, I don't know why I wanted to do that. Just being weird, I guess. And once some actual real shit happens to you, and you need to buckle down and fucking power through it. I mean, you'll do one of two things. You'll either fucking cave in to the pressure and fucking just curl up in a ball in the fetal position, and fucking start slicing the wrists to fucking kill yourself or whatever. or you'll fucking buckle down, bite the bullet, fucking just power through that shit. That's what I did today. So as much of a shitty weekend I've been having, it's sort of like there's a positive that came out of it, which is nice. I like talking these things out with you guys. It makes me realize like the world isn't such a terrible place. Even though it's felt like a terrible place this past entire weekend, I can safely say that it is not a terrible place anymore now that I'm sitting here talking it out with you guys and logistically hashing out the logistics and being like, you know what, I was a little out of line. The world is not a terrible place. The world is totally like slightly less terrible than I imagined it to be. Which is nice. It's just nice. It's a nice feeling to have, to be like, the world's not as garbage as I thought it was. It gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Speaking of which, this episode, I believe it's going on for 15 minutes. I couldn't tell you how long. Basically, we just want to make sure Cadmia gets to level 750, so that we can, that's our halfway point, and then we continue on the next episode from 750 to 15 hundo, because that's her total progression right there. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I have no idea whether or not Cadmia did very well during that time on our last ascension, which is why I chose not to guild Alabaster here. Also, mostly because I'm sort of pressed for time. Yeah, I'm recording 12:38 a.m. right now, and I did claim I don't give a fuck about these people. They could listen to me talk all day if they want. They can suck my dick. But at the same time, at a certain point, it's like enough is enough. If I had guilded Alabaster, I would be recording at 1 a.m. as opposed to, I would be recording basically right now, as opposed and starting right now and finishing at 1 a.m. as opposed to, what the fuck did I just do? There you go. As opposed to originally. So I guess time constraints a little bit, but also 90% of that decision was also just I just fucking don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know what the fuck happened with Cadmia last time, so I don't know if Alabaster is good to guild yet. Which now that we're doing these shorter trysts out into the valley, I don't know why I used that phrase. That was a weird thing that just came out of my mouth. But now that we're only doing 3 parts in these Ascension episodes and not 18 parts. We could feasibly start guilding new people like Alabaster, continue on to Astrea and all the fucking other weird dudes, because there won't be 18 different parts that I'm recording in between. You just come back to watch the next episode, which is when I purchase Alabaster, and then we continue on from there. It'll just take a little longer in real time for me personally, but yeah, it's totally fine. It's no big deal. I'll deal with it. I chose not to do it today just because, once again, time constraints. I was fucking cleaning my room and doing laundry all fucking day. Right after I came from work, the scare happened at work when I took a look at my arm and I realized, oh shit, that's a lot of bites. Oh shit. I wanted to do the mercenary, but this is just so juicy. I think I'm gonna do that. And then, you know what? I'm gonna do that. And then once Diane comes off, Diane is the one who's gonna go on the fucking quest, not Sharon. Sharon is a valuable asset to me. Diane can go suck a dick. Yeah, I know she's fabled, but also we're not really doing skill activation quests, really. So she can once again go suck a dick. I guess it's not that bad. Skill activation quests, sure, I like to do them when they're 5 minutes, because then I get 5-minute quests out of the way and skilled activation quests out of the way, which is nice. But they also provide a benefit if they activate the correct skills. Like if they do Dark Ritual, boom, that's actually super useful. Also, if they do Power Surge, once again, once we get later on into like the progressions, it's actually pretty useful. In fact, I used a fucking B clickable dude, and the B clickable powered up a Power Surge, and that allowed me to like skip forward a few levels that I wasn't able to because I was just waiting on leveling up Cadmia another 25 levels. But it helped me mitigate that a little bit. I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. So skill activation's not 100% for naught. I actually oh shit, hold on, sorry. I actually revised my skill activation like outcomes as well. Instead of doing like 30% chance of a bad outcome and 30% and like 9%. Sorry, not 30% chance. A third chance of bad outcome and like a 9th chance of not bad outcome. I revised it a little bit to be a little bit more simplified, and I'll let you guys know that in the next episode. So like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying the series this far. I know I am. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.